So let's play Transport Fever, and we are doing our East Coast map. This is a great view. I like this little spot right here. And you see the train coming in. You got a train that can come in from that way as well. Just a good little view. Here comes the train roaring in, full load of people. Actually have it on normal speed for a change. Don't worry, it won't stay on that for long. So there you go, good little view. What we want to do today is we have the let's see, Jacksonville Savannah Regional Station and the Charlotte line set up. What we need is we need a train to go on there. We have managed to pay off a little bit of debt. I had about $6 million before, so we're down to 4 now. I'm not doing too bad. Everything's turning a profit so far. So life is good, and we need to set up another train. The Atlanta and Charlotte line is doing okay. It was running in 20s, mid-30s for a while. We've managed to bump up to about the 40s going back to Atlanta. Not quite as many wanting to go to Charlotte. Oh, well, it's 41 now, so it's definitely peaked up a little bit. That's helped turn a profit. Normally I'd click repay 500,000, but we're going to buy a train. So we need a train to run just from Savannah, our regional thing here, up to Charlotte. So we don't need the fastest thing in the world. We definitely don't need the Baldwin or anything like that. So we're going to go with the, although the Baldwin would be nice, we're going to go with the little 3-mile-an-hour difference, and it's a huge difference in price. I am tempted to go with this little Baldwin, but I'm not. Alright, so we're going to go with this little guy here. And then we need a couple of cars. We don't need a whole lot. We only have one we can choose from, unfortunately, and it's 388,000 each. So we're going to borrow 2 million. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and I think I want to go ahead and go with the 5 because I like 5. And what are we naming these again? SGs 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we're going to make this SG4. SG4. Bring back up my little route thing here. I happen to like having that up. Alright, so we'll tell this now. We want it to go on this route, and away it shall go. We'll follow our new little train here. And there it goes, off and running. And we need to change the color like we have on the other ones, right? If I remember right, we went with that grayish color, didn't we? Try to remember now. Let's look. Oh no, that's right. We went with that rustic, that kind of that brownish color. Which one is that one? That's this one, isn't it? Nope. One more up. Yes. No, that's not it either. There it is. That orange. That's right. Okay. I couldn't remember. It's been a couple days since I've actually been able to play this because I've been busy with doing other stuff. So I couldn't remember what color we're doing. So there we go. The inaugural run up to Charlotte here. Nice view. It's a nice little trek we can drive on here. Of course, there'll be absolutely no interference with this train over here because the lines don't meet. There goes that train headed back towards Atlanta. And we'll pull into Charlotte and pick up nobody because, you know, that's the way it goes. Yeah, I'm about to say, dude, you need to stop. I'm about to run off the end of the track there. Alright, we'll head back. Let's ride with him in first person view. So today is patch day. They released another patch for stability and performance. Haven't played it enough yet to know if it's had a difference or not, but it does appear to run a little bit smoother. I loaded up a game where I'm much further along, and it seemed to be a little smoother, so we'll see. Anytime they're trying to improve the game, though, I will take it. Nice large crossing there as we head back down to the regional. And again, I don't know that anybody's going to be waiting. Probably not, but we'll see. Nice smooth track building here. We're getting ready to come up on Christmas, and if you're watching this video and you're thinking, man, should I get this game or should I not? Get it for yourself for a Christmas gift. It is worth the buy. It is fun. Look at this view coming in. Looks nice. Got a little S-curve as we come into town here. Watch out, lady. looking good. And I bet we're already going to pick people up. Oh, there was already one on there. Wow. So there we go. 15 people already headed back up. So it won't take long for that thing to turn a profit. Very nice. Yeah, if you're pulling up for Christmas, man, you need to deciding, should I get a game, should I not get a game? If this is on your radar, I highly, highly recommend you pick it up. The modding is amazing. There's so many different little mods out now. And the game itself runs well, looks well, plays well. Its replayability is almost infinite. So, yeah, you might be doing the same kind of things on different maps, but everything has different challenges and different ways of doing stuff. So, I highly recommend it. Pick it up and have some fun playing it. And enjoy the mods. It really does make things a lot different. You can even play no cost and just run around buying whatever you want. There's so many different ways you can play. So, yeah, pick it up for Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, right? Sometimes you just got to buy yourself a gift. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what, I'm going to buy myself a gift. And call it good. So there you go. Okay, so we're definitely up and running now. Atlanta's running good. And now with that new lineup, it will not take long, I don't think, to start generating a profit up there. I guess pulled in already, 15 people. Boom, 22,000. And what's it going to pick up coming back? 10 coming back, but it's a start, isn't it? See, I want to do a quick update today. One, it's patch day. Two, it's been a couple days since I put out a video on the East Coast map. I noticed some of you are enjoying that quite well. I received a message saying that that's some of the best network they've seen. I don't know about that. I think it's just a simple loop. The networks probably could have been a little bit better. I probably could have run the track, or one person said I should have run the station this way, down here, so that the track could have just come in and, instead of having to do this in and out thing. You're probably right. Probably right. But overall, I'm enjoying this map. Thank you to the person who made it. Sorry I don't have credit right this moment. I don't remember the name of the person who made the map, but great job. And I'm excited to play this. It's definitely fun, and it's something about playing an area that you're familiar with. I live right down in here, so an area that you're familiar with makes a difference. And it's better than, for me, it's just better than playing an abstract map that is random cities that I'm familiar with, named Richmond, Savannah, so on. They're placed in oddball places along a random map. For me, it just it's not. It distracts me because I know that's not where that is. I know it's not near that. I know that Indianapolis is not near, Memphis or Jacksonville or whatever, and so when I play on those randomly generated maps, it is difficult for me because of the names and how they fall and all that stuff. It's just I prefer this kind of thing, and I'm gonna have to put some farms out here because I don't know about you guys, but North Carolina has a lot of. That's one of the updates they did right there, by the way. They added a progress bar on that. Yeah, we got a new stagecoach. But they have a lot of farms up in this area. We shall see. We shall see. I need a couple of farms, because then what I can do is I can bring wheat down here to make plastic, right? Yep. And then I can bring the cattle over here to make food. Ship the plastic out to the sea, run the plastic up the coast to here. Meanwhile, these two down here to make steel, run that up, and boom, I can make the machines. And if I've got steel going, then I can also run it up and make the tools as well. Future ideas, we shall see. Alright, so now he's got 17 coming back. Got about a 10-minute. That's not too bad. We get another trainer there at some point. It'll definitely do better, but nothing that's anywhere near the future. We'll just see how it goes. Like I said, he'll run a profit before you know it. Our little trams are running good. Everything's just running green. Everything looks good. Some of these are making a pretty good amount of money. These trams, they're definitely the way to go, I think, over these coaches and stuff. They're making pretty darn good money compared to what if you ran stagecoaches, you'd be lucky to make 2,000. So definitely making some darn good money. Even this Tallahassee Jacksonville tram, look at that, making close to 100,000 off of a a local little bus route. Savannah Charlotte tram's making 22,000 now. It's running nearly full all the time, and the intra one is doing very well as well. It's constantly picking people up. Look at this. People waiting down here. You get 20 people waiting for the tram and 10 people waiting for the intra. And then that just feeds this bus stop and it feeds itself and it's doing really good. Although I'm already running out of room for the airport. Look at this. Expansion. Look at the expansion. Already running out of room for the airport. But we'll get there. Hopefully one day. We may have to put the airport somewhere else. Who knows? We may have to put it down here. Or over here. Something. I have no idea. But we're a long ways away from airports. We are nowhere near airports right now. As you can see, we are now 1875. So 1874 minus, or let's look at 1873. Running cost is 1.42. Made 2.4. So we made $1 million. Of course, I paid back $1 million in loans. And here we did 1.59, 2.56. So again, made about $1 million, but we borrowed some. And we're on our way here in March of 1875. Looks like we'll probably do about the same thing. If this thing continues to pick up in passenger amount, we'll eclipse the $1 million this year. And we can pay back a little bit more of our loan and get back down to the 4, somewhere in that neighborhood soon. Don't be afraid to take out loans, though, like I was telling you in the other episode. So don't be afraid of taking out a loan. Alright, what we got waiting over here now? Look at there. Look at this, 12 and 37. So it's picking up slow but sure. Slow but sure. You know, patience is the key. Don't be in a gigantic hurry. Don't expect to make a fortune right off the bat. It just takes time. It takes time. When I do get to where I am doing freight, though, I got to figure out if I'm going to do it on these loops and compete with the passenger trains, or am I going to do it on... I don't know yet. I thought about making a large freight station here where I can then connect. Maybe making a large freight station here where I can then connect. In other words, have some stuff come down, drop off, and then have the trains pick up from here, go through the passenger. That's a possibility, because then I could connect to all of this. We'll see. I'm in no hurry to mess with freight on this map. No hurry at all. Man, look at this. It's ridiculous. Cannot keep up with the demand. No matter how much we're loading and unloading. Oops, clicked on that guy. And he's not even loading a full 100 because I did pretty good. Not everybody's getting off here, you know. Telling you. Just already need more trains on that line. That's crazy. Here comes the brand new Jacksonville line. Looking good. Boom. And he's gonna pick up. Whoop! Picked on a guy again. 45 going north. So that's really gonna help now. That's good. That's good. So when you look at the line, you look at the vehicles. Got the same ones, right? Yeah. For some reason that looked different. Everybody's got the same thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Couldn't remember. We're about ready to pay off. Maybe. It's going to be June, because we're not going to reach that before the end of May here. Then running cost is going to come out. We need a mod that reduces running costs by... hit it. There we go. That reduces running costs by 10%. I think that'd be a good mod. Maybe even like 8%, 7%, you know, just enough to make a little bit of a difference. It is so expensive to run some of these trains. And this train, running cost per year, $470,000 per year. Right now it's running at a plus 25% because of the age of the train, but still ridiculous. It's just unbelievable the amount of money. There you go. 377,000. 470. Very, 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 very expensive. Unbelievable. That's why replacing your vehicles, by the way, is very important. Gotta stay on top of your vehicles. And when they get to a point where you need to replace them, you'll lose more money than you gain by not replacing them. You gotta replace them. So he dropped off to 40 something. He's coming back. So give him another year, and he'll be sitting pretty, making a profit. That's what it's all about, right? You gotta make a profit. I love watching these little trolleys coming out of here. I'll sit right here and watch. Give me a cup of coffee, you know, and just sit here and watch the trolleys coming in and out, loading up, people coming and going. Sit back and relax. Yeah, that's another thing too. When you're playing this game, you can't get into a point where you're just trying to go 5,000 miles into the future. Again, that's why I like that 4-time mod. It slows everything down. I could sit here and just, I love a cup of coffee, watching trains come and go, looking at the different venues I have, watching the trains come in and go out of this area. Look at this. What a view, right? You got all those trees. Of course, that wasn't the best view, but right here is a great one. Just kind of slide right. There it goes, off into the distance. You got another good view up here, coming into the Charlotte area. Spin around here. That's something where you can just relax. You know, get your cup of coffee, get kicked back. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a Mountain Dew, whatever it is you like. You know, and just get in here and say, okay, look at this. Look at the view. I got trains coming this way. I've got trains coming that way. All these trees and stuff. And just enjoy the game. Sometimes us gamers, we get into a point where we're trying to succeed or we're trying to run these numbers. You know, just turn this stuff off. Turn the stuff off. Watch the stuff go by. You know, enjoy the view. This is a great looking game. Here we go. You can even slow it down. There he comes in looking nice. It's a great looking engine. Great looking graphics there. Roaring by at a breakneck speed. That defines, you know, the early 1800s or mid 1800s or late 1800s. You know, these trains that you could catch up to with horses. And that's what defined that era. You know, these early trains were robbed by people on horses that rode up to it, caught it, and boarded the train. So, you know, they're not supposed to be going by at 5,000 miles an hour, and it's not supposed to be fast-paced. It's supposed to be slow-paced. You hear that thing just trying to chug behind you there, trying to get up to speed, taking everything it can, kicking out black smoke everywhere, trying to get the forward inertia moving so this thing can go. I mean, think about the early days of trains and the networks it took to create this stuff, and all the manpower it took to build all this, and the ingenuity it took to make these things. You know, gigantic steam and coal-fired engine. Oh, excuse me, and having to stop on the side and constantly pick up water and sand for traction and all this stuff. Pretty cool. You think about it, man. They did a lot to get these trains going. So sometimes it helps to just sit here, relax a little bit, take a breath, and enjoy a train going by. And watch what happens when trains go by and trolleys go by, and what a good view, right? Here they are building some stuff over here. Trolleys, you got people walking around. Nice big old busy bus stop up there. Here he's working on stuff. Just a good view. Over here you got a big old industrial complex looking thing, you know, the train or the tram station, the big railroad and building there. Bus stop full of people. Just a good looking view. Look at the train out. We see if we can catch the Atlanta train coming in. He's coming in. You know, there's our little horse buggy tram coming by. Looking good. Filled up with 8 people. Moving at a breakneck speed. Imagine what it was like to live back then. How long it took you to go places. It took days and days to get to the middle of the country. It wasn't It wasn't like now you jump on a plane, you fly across the country in a couple of hours. I mean, you're talking days of travel on those trains to get across somewhere. Days of travel, and pretty amazing. You know, I don't know if you guys know, you can click on these signals, and you can make this one way. So if you're having, I don't know if I've showed that to you in the past, but if you're having trouble getting your line to stay where you want it to go, you can click one way, so that it can only come up this way. So like here you see the line, so you say, yeah, well, you know, one way. So it knows, hey, you can only, it will not let a train go through the other way. So you could always do that too. Here comes, at a very slow pace, the other train. But again, though, think about how long that took. How long it took to get around. Let's go ahead and pick this back up just a little bit here. How long did it take to get around, though? You could sit here and plan to rob the train. We're going to jump on board. We're going to take everybody's stuff from them that's traveling. They like robbing trains that had mail cars on them. There we go. Because they knew that it carried also sometimes money and things of that nature with it. Early cargo trains were right here. They carried all kinds of stuff on them. Looking good. Into the station it goes. Signals up. You're clear. Drop off a pretty good amount of people in there. How many you got? 44 people. There you go. And then you're going to pick up how many? Another 46. Headed back to Atlanta. Very nice. And away it goes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. We are letting things just kind of progress. Not in a huge hurry right now. I'm going to run a few more years off camera because we're still in the early stages. Still mid 1800s. Or late 1800s. So we still got a little ways to go before things really work themselves out. And we could start building our network a little bit better. Again, we're not going to mess with cargo right off the bat. We are going to focus in on the passengers, and we'll work with cargo at some point. Just not right now. So, in your plan, your game, this is a great way if you want to start. This is a great way to get started, even on hard. Again, something I wanted to point out real quick. When you're running passengers, think of it like cargo as well. If I'm running food from a farm, say over here at this lake, to this facility to be processed for food, the frequency in which I can move that food determines how much this will produce. It also determines how much this will produce. So there is capacity, but then there's also frequency. And capacity is huge, but frequency is huge as well. Now when you think about passengers, what you want to think about is when you're starting off early game and you only put 1 or 2 cars on your train because you think it's going to save you money, right? Because they cost 300-something thousand each. You think there's no way I'm going to do that. Well, here's the problem you run into. You're signaling to your freight, which is passengers. You're telling them that there might be a little bit of frequency. In other words, frequency might be okay, but there's not enough capacity to move you. And if there's not enough capacity to move them, it will not trigger them to use it. You won't wind up with huge long lines. I mean, you will once you start generating that there can be movement. In other words, if I put one single train running this route, right, with only 3 cars on it, it's never going to generate huge amounts. It'll take many years for it to start to generate enough people that want to move on this. But if I stick a train on here with 4 or 5 cars, it's signaling to my people. Remember, this isn't like a sim where these people are individually, I mean, they have their desires, but they're just like cargo. They're triggered by volume and frequency. And volume and frequency triggers them to move. Now, they will pick based on money. Like some people will use this because it's cheaper, and that's what they want, and they're not going to use the more expensive routes. Some won't fly on planes because of that as well. But it's triggering because of the frequency and the volume. Having 4 and 5 cars on these early trains triggers them to use it more, and you'll see a faster increase. I don't know if I'm 100% explaining that right, but that's what you'll see. And so you have to look at the benefit of saving money, quote unquote, and moving people. The more people you show that you can move, the more people are going to get on your trains. It's just like with the cargo stuff. Think about that. Think of it that way. The more I can move to this plant, the higher this production goes up, the higher this goes up, and it feeds off each other. The same thing. The more I can move, and the faster I can move these passengers, the more they're going to get on the train, and the faster they're going to, so it feeds itself. So look at it that way, and be ready to, don't be afraid to spend a little bit, knowing that you're going to need to do that. Look at it, they've already built on that track. I need to extend this out before they make it where I can't build here. There we go. So be mindful of that. And I understand on hard it can be difficult, but jump out there with a 3 or 4 car train, 5 car train, the first one, so it can run, and your frequency and the amount of passengers will pick up faster than if not. All right, in Atlanta, Jacksonville, look at that. We're our new line. Here it is. It's already made 64,000, so already making some money. So all right, we're gonna leave it there. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and hope you're enjoying this East Coast map, man. This is my favorite one to play by so far. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.